The 6-question approach to coaching. Another common challenge for high-level executives and, in fact, leaders at all levels is being an effective coach. The 6-question approach to coaching is a process I have never seen fail. Personally, I've done this with 4 of my clients, all CEOs, spectacular results. One CEO went from an 8th percentile in providing coaching and feedback to a 98th percentile in providing coaching and feedback in 4 years, and this is all he did. In fact, to make it even better, he said, I spent less time with people when I was rated a 98 than I did when I was rated an 8. How does the 6-question approach work? Very simple. Sit down with each of your direct reports, maybe once a quarter. Go over 6 basic issues. Question number 1. Begin with, where are we going? I would say as a leader, here's where I see us going as the team, the big picture. Where do you think we ought to be going? And listen to that other person's dialogue because you want to make sure there's an alignment between your view and their view. Second question, where are you going? Talk to the person about themselves, their part of the business, and say, here's where I see you and your part of the business going. Where do you think you ought to be going? So there's alignment 2 ways. 1, you and your direct report, and 2, the big picture and their part of the business. Number 3, doing well. I'd say, here's what I see you and your part of the business is doing very well, and then ask them a question. What do you think you're doing well? What are you the most proud of? Sometimes in the busy world we live in today, we don't recognize people not because of maliciousness or uncaring. We don't recognize people because of ignorance. We just don't know. By asking this question, what are you proud of, we may be learning positive things about this person and their organization that we should recognize we were unaware of. Number 4, suggestions for improvement. My idea here is focus on the future, not the past, and say to that other person, I want to be a great coach. In terms of coaching you, here are some suggestions for the future I would have for you. I'm not trying to play God. Please take these in the spirit to which they're given. I want to be a great coach. I hope these ideas can be of help. Then ask that other person a question. If you were the coach for you, what suggestions might you have? Then as a leader, listen closely. You may change direction then and say, you know what, I said you should focus on X. After listening closely, perhaps we should modify that a little with more focus on Y that you brought up. Then number 5, a critical question to be an effective coach, how can I help? I want to be a great coach. How can I help you? And then finally, number 6, what suggestions might you have for me in terms of things I'm doing well? What suggestions might you have for me in terms of possible changes for the future for me? And again, I have a theory, the best way to coach others is to let them help us. The best way to get people to develop themselves is to model that in our own behavior. And I think this 6-question approach will give you a very practical technique. I've never seen it fail.